Hey guys, our awesome partner workout for tomorrow, Saturday, April 11th, is going to be running. So it's 3 sets of running along with 3 other movements that are going to be paired with it. So the way this will work, partner 1, on the first set, you're going to run 400 meters. Partner 2, while your partner's out running, you're going to perform max devil presses. We'll go over the different options as far as equipment goes for that. When your partner gets back from the run, you're going to switch. So partner 2 will head out for the run. Partner 1 will then perform max devil press. Set 2, partner 1 is going to run 400 meters again. And this time, partner 2 is performing max renegade rows. Again, we'll go over the different options for that with respect to the equipment you have. Same deal, when partner 1 gets back in, partner 2, you're going to head out for the run. Partner 1, you're doing max renegade rows. The third set, now the run is 800 meters, so about twice as long. Not even about, exactly twice as long. While partner 1 is running 800 meters, partner 2 is performing max sit-ups. When partner 1 gets in from the run, you guys will switch places. And then you're going to do the set of the 400-meter run with the max renegade row again. And then if you guys both go through that, you'll then repeat that first set of a 400-meter run with the max devil press. Okay? So you go 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, basically, is the way that's going to be structured. If you're doing this workout solo and you don't have a partner, first of all, shucks. The format would be to run 400 meters. Basically, however long it takes you to run 400, set a timer for your devil press and do as many reps as you can. If you want to keep it fairly neat and simple, just do 2 minutes of devil presses, 2 minutes of renegade rows, 4 minutes of sit-ups, 2 minutes of renegade rows, 2 minutes of devil presses, or just match the same number here in the second set of those that you got the first time around. And that'll keep it nice and simple. Easy to keep track that way. If you guys don't have the ability to run for whatever reason, you don't have a running route around your house, you don't run, you can't run, you just need a substitute. If you have a rower, that would be an obvious substitute for that. You can row either 400 or 500 meters for the 400s and either 800 or 1,000 meters for the 800-meter runs, depending upon how good of a rower you are. And then the other alternative would be jumping jacks. If you don't have access to a rower, you can do 100 jumping jacks for the 400-meter runs and 200 jumping jacks for the 800-meter run. And that should be sufficient. The warm-up, this is the way at least we'll conduct it in our class tomorrow at 9, is to stretch out a little bit, practice a run-through, where you guys will have the opportunity to practice the handoff that has to take place between partners. And basically, you and your partner are going to have a team name or a code word. You'll use that. So those of you that weren't in on our first partner workout, you'll make your way over to the computer when you finish your run, and you're going to let your partner know that you're done. I don't know why I'm walking over to the place where my theoretical computer is. I didn't need to do that. You're going to walk over to your computer and unmute yourself, say your code word. Your partner will hear it through Zoom, and then that's their cue to start running, and that's your cue to start your reps of whatever movement you guys are on. All right, and I'll explain it and all. We'll practice it all in the class. It worked quite well week 1. Fingers crossed that it works just as well in week 2. But basically we'll just practice a 200-meter run, 5 devil presses, another 200-meter run, 10 renegade rows, another 200-meter run, 10 sit-ups. You guys will run through that with your partners. All right, we'll go over the movements real quick. Go over our equipment options. Hunter is cooperating thus far. I think I just woke up the sleeping bear.
I kind it.
Thanks, buddy. So guys, the devil press. Well, I'll go over the movements I'll go over the movements if you have a pair of dumbbells, as well as if you have one dumbbell. Let me just raise this up a little bit.
Watch out, Daddy.
Uh-oh. Deja vu.
Watch out.
You watch out. So guys, if you have a pair of dumbbells, press,
Now you watch out.
you set them a little wider than shoulder width, so when you lower down to the floor, you can fit between the dumbbells. So basically it's a burpee, get back to your feet, and then it becomes a double dumbbell snatch overhead. So lower all the way down to the floor, get back to your feet, try to flatten your back before lifting the dumbbells off the ground. Swing the dumbbells between the hips, and then pop up overhead. Okay? For the Renegade Row, if you have a pair of dumbbells, you'll start on the top of a push-up with your hands on the handles of the dumbbells. You're going to hold that push-up, that plank position throughout the set. Get your feet about shoulder width apart just to stabilize yourself. You're going to row one dumbbell up to the stomach, lower down, and repeat with the opposite side. And it'll be as many reps as possible, obviously, while your partner's running, just alternating reps, or alternating arms. If you only have one dumbbell, the difference there between 1 and 2 with the devil's press is pretty much the same. You're just going to alternate arms every rep. So the dumbbell's on my right side. I'm going to place my hand on the dumbbell, lower down to the floor, get back to my feet, sweep it between the legs, snap, and punch overhead. And on the second rep, repeat with my left arm. Okay, so just alternate arms every rep. If you only have one dumbbell for the Renegade Row, it'll start out the same. One hand will be on the dumbbell, one hand will be on the floor, supporting that plank position. You're going to row the dumbbell up to the stomach, lower down, and repeat. Do 5 on one arm, and then 5 on the other. So just to show that, one hand on the dumbbell, one hand flat on the ground. Stabilize that position, row into the belly, lower down, repeat. You do 5 on one side, and then switch. If you guys have access to a kettlebell, that's all you have is one kettlebell. Let's go over that. For the devil press, basically you'll do a burpee into an overhead kettlebell swing. So just obviously when you do the burpee, make sure you're clear of the kettlebell. Either step slightly to the side of it or far enough behind it that you're not going to whack your face on it. You lower down into the burpee. I'll just demonstrate it by stepping back a little bit. Go all the way down to the floor. Snap back. Get the kettlebell in a position where you can swing it between the legs and then snap and punch all the way up overhead. Okay. For the Renegade Row, what I would recommend doing, if you have a kettlebell, because it sits a little higher off the ground than the dumbbell, it'll be a bit awkward to do that same variation that we showed with the dumbbell. Try to find some kind of elevated surface that you can support yourself on. Call it a chair, a bench, a stool, a table, something about knee to mid-thigh height. Lower would be ideal, but if you have like a 12-inch box or something, that'd be great. But the way it'll work, I have a box over here. Just put that support arm on that surface. Plank your body the same way we did. Start with the kettlebell at full arm's length and pull it up into the stomach. And you'll do 5 on one side and then also 5 on the other. If you have a plate, guys, or a backpack, I'm just going to utilize this for both of those purposes. The devil's press will be pretty straightforward. Perform the burpee, not much changes there. Snap back to your feet. Grab both sides of the plate or backpack, snap, punch, overhead. For the row, I would recommend that same setup we talked about for the kettlebell. If this is a plate, I would just kind of grab it around the edge of it, or if it's a thicker plate, a 35 or a 45-pound plate, you can stick your fingers through the middle, through the hole. Support yourself in that plank position and row the plate up to the body. Okay? Or the backpack. If you have a backpack, you can kind of grab hold of it, grab the straps that go around the shoulders, and just row that way. For sit-ups, guys, any method you want to use is up to you. If you want to anchor your feet, if you can do that, that might be ideal, just so you can crank out some good reps. If you have an ab mat, you can utilize that. Just get all the way down to the floor, sit all the way up, and just crank out as many reps as you can in what should be about 3 or 4 minutes time. I think that's it. Hunter, is that it? Did we cover everything? I think we covered everything, guys. Awesome. So we'll have the the Zoom class tomorrow at 9. Hopefully you guys have a partner. If you don't, you can still show up at 9, and we will hopefully be able to partner you up with someone else that doesn't have a partner. That being said, you could always perform the workout solo. We could set you up with someone else or a team of 2 and make it a team of 3 and work it that way. We'll make it work, I promise. Hopefully we'll see you guys then. I'll put the link up in SugarWOD as well as Facebook. If you guys have any questions about the workout, about how to do it based on what you have, or substitutions or modifications, please feel free to reach out, as always. And hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow at 9. Good night, guys.